Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to share with you 5 tips on how to have a positive fasting experience. So if you want to know how to fast, just keep on watching this video. Okay, so today we're going to talk about 5 tips on how to have a positive fasting experience. So you may be wondering, how do I fast in a way where I can hear from God? Well, today I want to share that with you. All right, so step number 1 is to set your intention. First of all, you need to decide, why am I fasting? What is it that I'm hoping to gain from my fasting experience? Do I have a question that I want God to answer? Do I have something that's coming up that I need clarity on? Am I just simply trying to draw closer to God and make this a part of my spiritual disciplines? Just decide what it is that you hope to gain from your fasting experience so that you have a gauge and you know what it is that you're looking to hear from God by the end of it. Step number 2 is to decide what kind of fast you want to do and how long you want to fast. And so fasts can be anywhere from 1 day to several weeks, months. People have different lengths of time that they fast, and it really just depends on you. I would recommend that if this is your first time starting out with a fast, I would recommend doing a shorter fast, like a 1 to 3 day fast, and then start growing from there as you build up and as you start to get used to it. Now, there's different kinds of fasts that you can do. And so one type of fast that's really popular is called the Daniel fast. And so the Daniel fast can be found in the book of Daniel, and it basically is where you just eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, and legumes. Another kind of fast is a liquid fast. And so with the liquid fast, you can consume anything from water, juice, shakes and smoothies. Sometimes people do those. They just blend up their fruits and their veggies together, and they'll just do a liquid fast, and they'll keep like a canister or water bottle or whatever it is with the liquid of their choice that they're drinking, and that will be their meal supplement for the day. Sometimes they'll also add in other things. And so they may add in that they will not partake in TV or social media or whatever it is, the medium that has been craving and taking up a lot of their attention. Because really the main idea of fasting is that you really want to set your intention and your focus on God. So if there's something that you do often, for instance, if you play video games, then someone may say, during this time of fasting, I am putting away X, Y, and Z so that I can strictly focus my attention on God. Now, the definition of fasting is to reduce or eliminate food for a specific amount of time and for a purpose. Tip number 3 is to have a plan. When you are fasting, you want to know the spiritual disciplines that you're going to be partaking in while you're fasting so that your time is intentional. And so these things could be prayer, reading your word, reflecting, listening, journaling. These are different kinds of things that you can do to intentionally set your time and set the space for God. During this time, you can also ask God to speak specifically to whatever it is that you are requesting in this time. And sometimes I've even experienced where God will share with me other things that I wasn't necessarily particularly praying about, but in this time of fasting where I have allowed God to speak to me and I'm open, then everything's on the table. Like, God will just show up and show out and really blow your mind with how you will be able to experience Him when it is that you set your intention. Like the Bible says, when you draw near to God, that God will draw near to you. Tip number 4 is to pay attention to the ways that God speaks. And so during this time of fasting, you'll notice that your senses are going to be more heightened. And so just being able to pinpoint how God may be speaking to you, just whether it's friends or family, whether it's through dreams, whether it's through thoughts and ideas, just having your receptors open to know that God's channels of communicating with you are so vast and that you will be able to hear and understand and recognize the ways that God is trying to get your attention. So make sure that you are paying attention and that you will be open to hearing how God is speaking to you. And last but not least, tip number 5 is to thank God for his response, because you have an expectation when you go into a fast that you're going to hear from God, that you're going to experience him, that you're going to draw closer to him. And so when your heart is set on that, and then God comes in and responds to that request, when God fills your heart and fills that space with his presence, with his word, with his assurance, then it's just a natural response because he is faithful. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I hope that these 5 tips have helped you gain a little bit more insight into how to have a positive fasting experience. Now, I want you to put in the comment section what kinds of things you do in your fast. If there's something I may have missed, or even questions that you may have about fast, I want to hear from you. Till next time, peace out.